Welcome back to the Crown Factory.
Yeah. Oh, I should have been filming this side. This right one was cooking.
Selective LSD.
You have to press the button.
Yeah, the traction control is on it. Actually, it works pretty good.
The Not Skid Factory, Alan.
It's the best skid we've ever done, bro.
I think it might be.
Welcome back to the Skid Factory. Sometimes we do actually do skids in the factory, but only when it's my own car. This is my 2002 JZS171 Toyota Crown. My other Crown, as it were. I bought this a little while back. I'm not sure why I bought it, but here we are. I think it's because my Grommet stole my other car and I got sick of not having a car to drive whenever he wasn't around. So I bought this. It cost a fair bit actually. Probably a bit too much for a 20-year-old car, but here we are. I think the reason why they cost so much is because it's got a 1JZ in it, and it was getting to the end of the 1JZ's model life, so it's kind of your last chance to get a hold of one. And that's probably why I bought it at the same time. So let's have a look around and see what it's about. If you're a JDM car weeb, you've probably heard of one of these before, and if you haven't, you're probably losing your mind right now. There's literally hundreds of thousands of these in Japan. It's a really common model. This is an Athlete V, so it is the sporty version of the Crown, but the body shape itself is very common over there. It also looks like every other Crown because they really worked on evolution rather than revolution when they styled Crowns over the years. They very, very slowly changed. You'll see the family sort of similarities between this and Woody's car, even though they're 25 years difference in age. This, however, does not have a full chassis like Woody's car and everything back from that did. This shares the chassis more with the Lexus range, GS300s, ISs, probably even a fair bit of LS 400, 430 sort of thing in them as well. So it is a unibody car, not a full chassis car like they previously were. As you can see, it comes with the factory faded headlights that every Japanese car from around about 1990 came with, I think. Yeah, about that. It's still got these funky little lights that are connected to the park light via a, what do you call that little tube?
I think it's fibre optic, isn't it?
Fibre optics, yeah. Not sure why, but it's a Crown thing. They do work at night. It's got some sort of body kit on it. I don't know whether it's aftermarket or not, but it might be just because it's an Athlete with the V on the end.
What does the V mean?
Very athletic. Must be why I've got the car. Suits my lifestyle. It's got some remnants of cool Jap stuff, like those things that go over the window that stop you from getting monsoon on your head. I believe they call them monsoons. These things?
What, are you talking about weather shields?
Yeah, I think they call them monsoons.
That's so you can smoke durries and ash out the window and your cigarette doesn't get wet.
Probably is, actually, you're right. It's got the best wheels ever. If you're a JDM wheel fan, then look no further than the Work Varianza. That's a genuine work wheel, not a Vork or a Walk. Genuine work. They are pretty dirty, and so is the whole car, because for one, I never wash my cars. Two, the only time they do get washed is when Woody borrows them because one of his cars is broken, and it's also been raining for about 3 months, so it's got no hope basically. As you can see, it has Yakuza tint for when you're on family holiday, but you're also a high-end, high-ranking Yakuza member, so you can be stealth. As you'd expect with any JDM car, it's packed with internal features such as seats with handles on the back of them, covered in leather. Not sure if that's standard or not, but it is on this car. It's also got extra buttons on here so you can confuse your Yakuza up and down with seat up and down. It goes from very awkward to very awkward in the opposite direction. Also, if you're a big man, you can tell the front seat passenger to F off with these buttons that are conveniently located on the side of his seat. I also use them to squash my young children for lols. To be brutally honest, there's not much about this car that's anything more interesting than your Nana's Camry, apart from this, and apart from the fact that it goes to the back wheels. That's really what sets this car apart from most other Toyotas at the same age group. These are a great engine, VVT 1J, it's got heaps of torque. The auto's great, you can't get them in a manual, so your drifting career's over. The only mod we've done to it is actually the unplug the blue connector mod, which makes it make more wachooshi noises out the front of the air filter. Much sututu, many wow. The worst thing about it is very high, which is also the best thing about it because I can run over things at speed and not worry about scraping underneath it. The wheels on it are not to everyone's taste, including mine. But the tyres are also about 25 years old, which is older than the car. That gives you a bit of an idea what's going on here. They've got big cracks in them, that's why I just did a burnout. The Grommet's been harassing me about putting coilovers in it and making it look cool because he's a JDM fanboy kid now. He's just finished playing Forza 6 or whatever it is. So we're going to whack some coilovers in it and put some better wheels on it that have got tyres that won't kill the whole family.
I'm going to add my 2 cents in there. Gran Turismo 7 way better than Forza.
I don't even know what that is.
No, that's a sump. Go forward.
You'll be right.
No, dude. How good's it having a workshop with 2 hoists and then using the ground to jack your car up? Put it on that real flat part of the floor. Under the seat there.
For sale, genuine work. Don't lowball me, I know what I got. Spinner on this side, socket on that side, not the ratchet bit that open. Blast it.
Couple of Victor Bravos, you reckon, Gussie? The old melon squash, Alan.
Melon squash. So you got to undo the strut top. That's 12mm deep socket. Woody will have one.
Alright, Gussie, so now just cut 2 springs off that one and then we'll put them back in.
Works. Got these lemon squash coilovers from eBay.
Nice.
Look really similar to every other set of coilovers that you can buy.
The same?
Really, really similar. Almost like they're all the same.
Check guard, young fella. Watch that Juco.
I've had these wheels for a little while. I was going to go on another car, another project of ours, but I'm just going to put them on that car because I need new tyres for it anyway. So they are covered in brake dust schmutz from lending them to someone for a bit, but we'll clean that off with some wheel cleaner and whack them on. They're R33 GTR wheels, which don't look good on an R33 GTR, but look good on pretty much anything else. So we'll test that theory out now. You do the rest. Smells like lollies.
Smells like kid medicine.
Do you reckon it's lollies?
Needs more load, more with an A.
Make it low.
That smile of lowering his first car.
Not his first car. What about the other one that scrapes on everything?
Oh yeah, true. How's the concrete stuck to the tyres after you did that skid? You're the best at interior stuff, Alan.
Just finished doing your bloody car. It's got a little dinksbunks on top of it.
A what?
A dinksbunks.
Hi, my name's Woody. I enjoy lying on the ground, working on cars. I like eating pesto pasta and drinking lemon squash.
Didn't your brother have Vorks?
They were
Vork.
Vork's Ravs.
Rav's Vork.
That looks good.
Bit high in the back, bros. The quest for ultimate JDM hot boy status.
Can we put the variances on my crown?
I think they'd look a lot better than those wheels you got on over.
What? They're just the standard wheels. I put hours into them.
I know, you wasted your time.
No.
Hot boy central, bros.
No way. It's not even Hot Boy. It's like, that's auto
What is a
salon.
hot boy?
Huh?
What's a hot boy?
I don't know. I think that's you.
Sounds totally...
I think it's Gus driving his Subaru and buzzing around town everywhere.
So a derpy peep later.
Hanging out at Macca's car park.
Genuine, bros. It's no blown big block MS55 crown, but it does look pretty good now with some coilovers, thanks to Lemon Squash Coilover Company, and some R33 GDR wheels, thanks to Benny.
They look good.
That's true, they do. They look better on anything other than an R33 GDR.
So do 32 GDR wheels. I think they look well too.
Yeah, they used to look good on your Cressida.
They did look good.
Back when you were cool.
Thanks, guy.
Woody's also got his crown on the road, working his way through a few general difficulties that happen with cars that have been sitting around under trees for 5 years. Well, 5 years for you.
Yeah.
But quite possibly was another 5 years for the last person as well. Do you reckon the broken fuel pump was the reason why it was taken off the road in the first place?
No, I don't know. Who knows?
It just occurred to me that I own more JDM cars than you.
How? 1, 2,
Yeah.
1,
That's-
2.
That's Australian delivered.
Ah,
Ah!
got me there.
Totally owned you in hot boy status. We're just thinking about comparing the two wagons. Bit of an age difference, obviously a bit of engineering differences as well, but they are kind of the same car, so we might do a few mods to Woody's car next week and then, I don't know, put them up against each other like real YouTubers. We need to use all the JDM import metrics, such as how munted is your exhaust from lowering your car too much? Does your cup holders do anything at all, or are they tiny?
They don't have any.
Does your air conditioning work? How much does your car smell like rancid durry smoke?
All the real questions, Alan.
Are your trims connected properly? It's going to be a tough competition after pulling the back out of this today, so it'll be interesting. I say a big thanks to Gussie for helping us out, lifting all the heavy stuff, because he's not as wrecked as us because he's only young.
It's also cool to hang out with a Grommet in the shed now.
Sure is.
Now that he's into cars.
He's Snapchatting like a boss at the moment. Oh my God, look at how low it is. Anyway, that's all we got for this week. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Everyone can finally witness you cleaning your car, Alan.
No, it's a stupid idea. Look at that schmutz.
That's working really well. Keep going.
I don't think they like this yogurt. You know how coolant is the forbidden cordial?
Yeah.
This is the forbidden yogurt.
First he polishes the headlights, then he installs a blower valve. Next thing you
To
know...
be fair, it's the first time I've opened the bonnet, and that was only to get at the top of the headlights.
Next thing you know, that spare engine over there will be getting installed with with all the goodies.
No. I just wanted to make Wachuchi noises, so it actually feels like a turbo car.
Put it on, let's hear some...
Just going to make a bracket for it because it whips around the engine bay like a stock whip.
Like when you let go of the hose.
Yeah.
That's so loud. Custom dump pipe cooling.
Yeah, it's like recycling. It's good for the environment.